Have you ever wondered why the rich don't talk to the poor? It's a question that has intrigued and perplexed us for centuries. This silent divide, this invisible barrier that separates the haves from the have-nots, is more than just a financial gap. It's a social chasm, a cultural abyss that permeates every aspect of our lives. In this ever-evolving world, where wealth and poverty are becoming more polarized, understanding this divide is more relevant than ever. Today we're going to delve into this topic, taking a closer look at what fuels this silent divide. We'll be exploring 5 key reasons that contribute to this disparity in communication and interaction between the rich and the poor. From different concerns and perceptions to societal influences and lack of shared experiences, factors play a critical role in understanding this divide. So, fasten your seatbelts and open your minds. Stick around as we unravel these 5 reasons that contribute to this silent divide. And don't forget to click that hit subscribe, and tap the notification bell to stay updated with more insightful content. Firstly, the rich and the poor often have different concerns. Picture this: a wealthy individual might be preoccupied with how to diversify their investment portfolio to generate more wealth, or how to mitigate the risks associated with a potential market downturn. They're constantly thinking about maintaining and growing their wealth. On the other hand, those who are less fortunate might have a more immediate focus. They're thinking about how they're going to put food on the table for their family tonight, or how they're going to pay the electricity bill that's due at the end of the week. Their concerns are about meeting their basic needs and surviving day to day. These differing perspectives, born out of disparate realities, can make it challenging for the two groups to find common ground. Their priorities are fundamentally different, and this difference can indeed affect how they communicate with each other. As a result, this difference in concerns can create a barrier in their conversations. Secondly, perceptions and prejudices play a significant role. It's no secret that stereotypes and prejudices tend to muddle our interactions. When it comes to the rich and the poor, these preconceived notions can often put a damper on any potential conversations. Let's consider a common scenario. The rich might hold the perception that those less fortunate are always after their wealth, seeing them as potential threats rather than individuals with their own stories. On the flip side, the poor may view the rich as aloof, considering them out of touch with reality. These stereotypes, although not entirely true, can discourage both groups from engaging in meaningful dialogue. They create assumptions about the other's intentions before a word is even spoken. This, in turn, fosters an atmosphere of mistrust and misunderstanding. Hence, perceptions and prejudice can act as a wall between these two groups. Thirdly, the fear of exploitation is a major factor. It's a two-way street, with both sides having their own apprehensions. On one side, the wealthy often worry that their affluence will be the sole allure for those less fortunate. They may fear that their relationships with the less affluent are influenced not by genuine connection, but by the allure of their wealth. This fear can lead to a lack of trust, ultimately causing a communication breakdown. On the flip side, those who aren't as well off have their own concerns. They may fear being exploited by the rich, used as pawns in a game of wealth and power, or taken advantage of in transactions where they lack the necessary know-how. These fears can lead to resentment, mistrust, and a reluctance to engage. Therefore, the fear of exploitation can result in a significant divide between the rich and the poor. Fourthly, a lack of shared experiences can create distance. Now think about your closest friends. What makes your bond so strong? Most likely it's the shared experiences, right? The trips you've taken together, the struggles you've overcome, the moments of joy you've celebrated. These shared experiences allow us to understand each other on a deeper level, fostering communication and empathy. However, when it comes to the rich and the poor, there's often a significant lack of these shared experiences. The day-to-day realities of someone living in a penthouse are vastly different from someone struggling to make ends meet. The rich and the poor live in different worlds, metaphorically speaking, and these worlds rarely intersect. The experiences that shape their lives, their perspectives, their struggles, and their triumphs are often worlds apart. This lack of shared experiences makes it difficult for the rich and the poor to relate to each other, to understand each other's perspectives, and to communicate effectively. So, the lack of shared experiences can widen the gap between these two groups. Lastly, the influence of society cannot be overlooked. Societal norms and expectations have a profound impact on the interactions between different socio-economic groups. They can subtly dictate who we associate with, shaping our perceptions and influencing our decisions. Let's take a look at how this plays out. Often, society sets up an unspoken hierarchy, placing the rich at the top and the poor at the bottom. This hierarchy, whether we acknowledge it or not, can breed a sense of superiority in the wealthy, discouraging them from associating with those they perceive as beneath them. This isn't a conscious decision for most, but rather a byproduct of societal conditioning. Moreover, societal expectations can further amplify this divide. The rich are often expected to maintain a certain image, and associating with the poor may, unfortunately, tarnish this image in the eyes of society. Thus, societal influence plays a significant role in this divide. To sum up, the divide between the rich and the poor is influenced by a combination of factors. First, we have different concerns. The rich and the poor often focus on distinct aspects of life, which can make communication challenging. Next, perception and prejudice play a significant role. Stereotypes and preconceived notions can create walls that prevent meaningful dialogue. Thirdly, there's the fear of exploitation. The rich may worry that their wealth makes them targets, while the poor might fear being taken advantage of. Fourth, lack of shared experiences can also widen the gap. Without common ground, it's tough to build understanding and empathy. Lastly, societal influence molds our interactions. The norms and expectations of society can dictate who we talk to and how we relate to them. Remember, understanding these reasons can be the first step towards bridging the divide. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more insightful content.